What's going on, HPP fam? Welcome back to another episode. For those of you who don't know, I'm JD. That's Gio over there. We are diving into another week's worth of work, and we're gonna kick it off with this Challenger. Beautiful, what is that? Sunburst orange? I don't remember, but I like to let you guys tell me the names of the colors down in the comment section below. This one's in for a diag, customer complaints, potential coolant leak, and then he's not super happy with the clamp setup on his MBRP exhaust. So we're gonna look into that, see if we can't resolve these issues for him, see what's up. Aside from that, I've got all of my intercooler pipes and blow-off valves and everything I need to finish the intercooler setup on the square body Chevy. So as you can see, I've pretty much got everything lined up. You see the pipes coming through there. Pretty much got everything set the way I want it. I'm gonna cut these ears off, obviously. And I know some of you be like, oh, just flip it. You can't. So as you can see, we've got this. I'm gonna cut that off somewhere in the middle there, weld the pipe. We'll get that side situated. And on this side, once it transitions, then we're gonna switch to 4-inch and then 90 into the throttle body. I'm not super happy with this radiator hose. We may end up changing it, we may not, we'll see. Kind of tough with this big radiator and then the style of water pump he has on this setup, but I mean, that's okay. It doesn't look the prettiest, but it'll live like that. But I wanted some room because we're gonna mount blow-off valve on here, so we shall see how that turns out. But I'm gonna go ahead and get all the piping made, and then we'll worry about doing the blow-off valve. So as you can see, guys, we got a new one on the rack. The orange car did have a radiator leak in the bottom quarter of the radiator, so the customer has opted to go with the Mishimoto one. So kicked her outside. On to the next project, which is this beautiful Scat Pack here. We are doing a set of long tube headers, intake, throttle body, and then unlock the PCM, which is what Gio's going after right now, and a tune. So I really like the color combo on this one. Matching brakes, badges, interior stitching. Right, this one's a sharp unit. I really like this one. He is also getting one of our RTD units as well, so I'll show you that when we plug it into the car. Also been working on our C10 here, and I went ahead and fabbed up this side intercooler pipe, got her all welded, and I think I've got the blower clocked the way I like it. I think that's gonna work well. So basically this side to the intercooler is all done. I like that. I'm gonna go ahead and measure, make sure everything's still center with the core, and then we'll start going out the other side, making our way to the throttle body. Just like that, guys, you can see we've got our intercooler pipe all wrapped up, welded up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put our blow-off valves together over here, and then I'll stick them on the car so you guys can see what it looks like. Check it out, boys. Boom. twin blow-off valve goodness. So now I just need to plumb that, but getting very close to final assembly. So I'm waiting. Tomorrow I'll have the coupler that goes right there on the inside. You can't see it. It'll merge those two together. I need to run the vacuum line for the blow-off valves, finish tightening the housing because I've got it clocked where I want it, cut the ears off the intercooler, and then, I mean, it's quite solid right now. We may come up with some kind of mount for it. We might be able to do like a situation where it goes straight through here and bolts into this header panel. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We're going to cut those ears off and probably rotate these clamps a different way. I had them on top. I didn't really like the way they look. Put them on bottom. I don't really like the way they look on bottom. So I may try to rotate them facing down. I'm not really sure, but I am probably going to clearance them as well, like shorten them. We don't need all that extra thread. Because then the very difficult task of trying to get the grill back in here is what will be next. So the goal is to try to get this thing pretty much wrapped up tomorrow. We still need to put the pulleys back on the bracket too, and we need to source a belt for this thing. But I really need it out of this bay because I need to get Elizabeth off of that lift. That project has been on a screeching halt for the past 2 weeks, and I need my lift back. And the area is just kind of messy from all of her stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to put some smaller wheels and tires on the back of this thing and try to get this body sat all the way down. But we may weld some more onto it beforehand. And but yeah, she's got to move, so it's gonna move this week. And we've got our Jeep situated. I drove it today, so we're gonna strap this thing on the dyno, and first thing in the morning throw a battery in this thing and then tune it out. Hopefully this Pro Charger Jeep will go home. Woo! Gio's been rocking and rolling, and as you can see, our headers are all the way on, looking sharp. Very nice, very nice. Go ahead and put that filter on right there on our leg maker. Shoot, this one will be wrapped up. We just waiting on the ECU to come back from being unlocked. Unfortunately, guys, the camera was dead and you guys didn't get any of the Jeep on the dyno. But let me show you where it finished out at. Ooh, 326 horsepower, 285 foot-pounds of torque. So, very nice little Pro Charge Jeep, all wrapped up. Now I got a grow grab. We got an EcoBoost F-150 outside. It's not making no boosty boost. So let's see what's up with that. Boom! Just like that, boys. We've got our SCADA all wrapped up here. Carbon leg maker, BVK throttle body, stainless works, long tube headers, high flow cats, all wrapped up. And this customer also opted for our RTD unit. So now this gentleman with our unit can get tuned anywhere in the world through his smartphone. I'll post a link here to the video that kind of explains this. And let's go ahead and get this thing on the rolls. Let's get his RTD unit set up and let's get this thing tuned. So guys, I just put the final touches on Brian's. This thing is 100% wrapped up. It was really wrapped up last week. However, we were waiting on a few small things to include that filter right there. So we've got the filter on the car. We just did an oil change and a Pro Charger oil change. So this thing is 100% ready to go home. Drop a comment down in the comment section. What do you guys think of this setup? Show my boy some love. What do you think of his setup? In the meantime, we've got our radiator in for our wide body Challenger that has a crack in the radiator. So we've got his Mishimoto one in. So we're gonna go ahead and start draining the fluids on this and get that joker installed. Right up in there. Yeah, nice and deep. Hold on. Oh, man, it's dark. be going too fast around here. Can't be picking up the camera quick enough. Let me get you up to speed. Put a wang on a Mustang this morning, 2024 EcoBoost Mustang. Put a little wing on it. Insert photo here. And then Geo wrapped up the radiator in that Challenger. I'll show you guys that here in just a second. And then, as you can see, you guys should recognize this Scat. Done quite a few things to it, to include cam, long tubes, so on and so forth. It is here today, however, though, for some iBox sway bars, front and rear, and a leg maker intake. I remember I made the recommendation to the customer a while back, and he has finally pulled the trigger. So that's exciting. We're gonna get those parts installed. I'll take you all along on the journey, and then we'll probably retune it, because as you guys know, depending on when this video drops, Texas 2K is about to happen or already happened, and so is We Are Mopar. So then we also got this monstrosity here, boy. I'm not sure what year. I think this is a 2014 Shelby GT 500. This thing got some cams and some other work. I'm not really 100% all what's done. I'll have to reach out to the customer. I'm pretty sure it's got long tubes and stuff, exhaust. Geo's strapping her down because we're going to be tuning this thing. So let me take you outside, show you the radiator job, and then we'll dive into this Mustang. So guys, as you can see right through here, got that Mishimoto data tag up in there. This one's all wrapped up, running nice cool. This one could go on back to the customer. You heard that Shelby screaming. That Joker finished out at 778 horsepower, 766 foot-pounds of torque. Looking mean and clean outside. And as you can see, we've got our wide bodies getting strapped down. So we're gonna go ahead and knock out the tune on this one on a fine Friday. Let me take you over here and get you up to speed on what Gio's been up to. Shoot, I've been up to some things too. But anyways, we did a leg maker on this thing. Got a throttle body that just got dropped off by the customer, so we're gonna be slapping that on. But we also knocked out sway bars. So as you can see, we got some iBox sway bars, got some aftermarket end links on there, front and rear, ladies and gentlemen, front and rear. Looking sharp. Gio's been knocking that stuff out. Missing the end links on the front. We'll be putting those back on here in a moment. But woo, they looking clean. About to put the wheels back on, set this Joker down. Also, as you can see, I've got some vacuum lines on the blow-off valves, and now don't crucify me. We got a 10 rib, excuse me, a 12 rib. No, 10 rib, excuse me. We got 10 rib belt on this 12 rib setup. And the reason being, if you look down in there, it is very, you barely put a piece of paper in between the radiator fan. So, he don't need all 12 ribs. You only need 10. This ain't no big 1,000+ horsepower monster here. We just don't want no belt slip. So, got a belt on it. All we're lacking, as you can see, is the IAT sensor sitting there. But we can fire this thing up real quick for y'all, so y'all can hear it. You should see this thing hit the dyno next week sometime. Ooh, look at that Holly, baby. don't know about y'all, but I'm excited for this one. This one's cool. I like the cool ones. So, few small, minute things, get it tidied up. This one will hit the dyno soon. Like I said, next week sometime. But let's see where this wide body ends up.
And that is it for this week's episode. As y'all can see, we have finished that car and that car back there. This truck, Godzilla, is in the making for next week. Y'all tune in. We wrapped up this beast right here. Y'all come get it.